in today's video, we're going to be going through how to price your online training packages, what's working right now in terms of pricing for clients all around the world, and how to set it up and structure in a way that your business is getting as much value back for the service you provide so that you're able to grow, have more impact, get more clients, and ultimately earn what you're worth and have the freedom that you need. Now, the important piece with pricing is that majority of people that I speak to undersell themselves. They price it too low. Now, there is a component of pricing too high. You don't want to price too high. You don't want to price too low. Where you want to find is really the middle sweet spot. And the sweet spot is really the sweet spot between the value you provide and the value you get back in a monetary format for that service, right? And really, where you don't want to be is delivering a $10,000 service, for example, and charging $1,000 for it. That's the worst place to be. And the reason being is because you're only going to be able to have so many of those types of clients before you're capped, right? I'm going to make it up. Let's just say you might be able to have 3 or 4 of those clients, right? Which would be, and you're delivering a $10,000 service, which you should earn $30,000 or $40,000 a month, but you're only charging, say, $1,000 per client. So instead of earning $30,000 or $40,000 a month and working full time, you're working full time and earning $3,000 to $4,000 a month, for example, right? Just doing some rough math. Now, you can see how in that math, in that example, one business is doing quite well. You're earning what you're worth, what you should. You would have a lot of freedom, control over your life. Whereas on the other end of the spectrum, you're working full time and earning much less, and you'll generally have to then find more clients or find a side gig or a job on the side, and ultimately then you're working 2 jobs, long hours, exhausting, tiring. You'll get frustrated, fed up with it, and you end up wanting to either consciously pull back on it all, or because you're getting so tired and frustrated with it, it'll subconsciously collapse and explode on you because you can't keep up with it, right? Now, pricing wise, where most people want to be. Now, there are different niches, different prices that work for different niches, but as a rule of thumb, what I generally say for people who are ultimately newer to the online training format, online training business space, and they don't have hundreds of testimonials, they haven't been around for a while, they don't have a great marketing system in place as of yet, right? The low end on what's working right now, what clients are saying yes to all day, every day, around the world, right, is 12-week packages. Now, it's not too long, that it's not scary for people who don't know who you are to kick off with you and say yes, because 6-month, 12-month packages are just too scary for someone if they've never worked with you before. They're very hard to close. 12-week packages are the sweet spot. They're not too long, they're not too scary, but they're also not too short, right? Because you don't want to get a business where you have clients that start with you and a week later or 2 weeks later they finish, right? You don't want to be selling 4-week packs, 3-week packs. You don't want to be selling week by week. You don't want to be selling 4 weeks or 8 weeks, right? Because ultimately you get a business where you're just consistently chasing your tail, because you get a client, and some people I see do week-to-week packages, for example, right? They get a client, they're feeling good, they've got a couple of clients in their books, right? And then next week, a client emails through and says they want to cancel. And the week after that, one says they want to cancel. And all of a sudden they're gone from going okay to, like, within a week or 2, the business is totally flipped on its head. It's stressful. You're going to have to literally build from scratch, right? You can't build a comfortable, consistent, predictable, low stress business that way, right? 4-week packages, 6-week packages, 8-week packages, kind of the same. They give you a little bit more longevity, but like 4-week packages, for example, 6-week packages, it comes around really quick. By the time that person's finished, you then got to try and replace them, get more clients, and you get on this never-ending hamster wheel. Now, 12 weeks is a great period of time. Like I said, it's long enough that you're going to get committed clients who are not going to expect a result, like to lose 40 kilos overnight, and if they don't, they're just going to quit. Like, they know what the result they want. They know it's going to take some hard work, it's going to take some time. They're committed to it. So you get high motivated, highly committed clients who are not highly needy, because their expectations are managed, right? They're not going to be messaging you 3 days after saying, I did one of your workouts and I don't have a six-pack ab yet. What's going on? Can we redo this program completely? They understand the process, right? So you have a smooth business with clients that understand the process, that are self-motivated, but you'll keep them long enough that you can actually build a business. Now, 12 weeks, what's also great about 12 weeks is long enough to get them amazing results. So when you have the right structures in place, which is what I do with all my clients, is then show you how to re-sign them for longer thereafter, right? Generally, I would say 12-week packs to start with, and then you'll focus to either sell them into another 12 weeks or 6 months or a year, right? Obviously, the longer, the better thereafter, but you've had that first 12 weeks to get their trust, show the results, and then you can re-sign them for a longer period of time. Now, that's the time frames. They're the packages you want to sell. In terms of pricing, the absolute minimum that's working right now is $1,200 for 12 weeks. Absolute minimum. Anyone that comes and works with me, that is the minimum we will have you charging starting off, right? Now, I do have some clients charging upwards of $7,500 for 12 weeks. We've got some at $5,000, we've got some at $3,000, we've got some at $2,500. Now, there are different niches, there are different nuances to that, and generally each client we work with, we point them in the right direction on that. And it's hard for me to give a video on every single niche. Now, the general rule of thumb of someone that's got a good marketing systems, got a couple of clients, got a couple of testimonials, has the right system, bringing the right type of leads, is generally, I would say, the general guide of most niches is around $2,500, $2,000 up to about $3,000 for a 12-week pack. Now, like I said, there are some niches you can do $5,000. We've got some that are doing $7,500. Now, they're the exception, not the rule, right? So once again, to reconfirm, if you're literally starting out and to get my help, you'd be at $1,200 at minimum for a 12-week pack, right? Most people between $2,000 to $3,000. Now, why is this important? It's important because you want to go for quality, not quantity, right? We've talked about the time period. Now we're talking about the amount that someone will pay you for over that time period. Now, let's just say you want to make $10,000 a month, right? And you're charging $2,500 packages. You only need 4 clients, right? 4 clients, and that's $10,000. And think about it. If you're charging each client, if you've only got 4 clients and you're making $10,000 a month, imagine how much time and service and value you can give those clients, right? Into getting them amazing results. Now, on the flip side, if you're charging, let's just say $100, right, per client, to give an extreme example on the low end, right, and you want to make $10,000 a month, right, that's like you need 100 clients. And imagine how little time you're able to give those clients if you have 100 of them and you're trying to eat and sleep and have a life as well, just to earn $10,000 a month. You can only give them a few minutes, literally, probably a week. And think about how bad their results will be if that's all you can give them, how much of a cookie cutter service you're going to have to give them. And as a result, they're going to quit. You're not going to get testimonials. You're not going to re-sign them. So charging what you're worth allows you to deliver a better service, which then the client gets better results. It allows you to re-sign them and allows you to get more testimonials. So it works for you, it works for them, right? Rather than having quantity over quality. The business generally collapses, it doesn't work. And that's why charging the right price will get you the great clients, but also allow you to deliver that amazing service, which means that it's a win-win for all. And it actually is the sweet spot. People who charge too little need too many clients, and then they can't service them, and then all the clients leave because the servicing's terrible, they don't get any results, right? Having too short time frames, you're constantly having to replace people. It attracts bad clients who expect a result in 2 or 3 days, and if they don't have it, they disappear, right? So you've got time frame and you've got sweet spot on price points. If you get these working really well, your business can scale to whatever level you want. The third piece of it all is scaling. Now, if you're charging $100 per client, the example I gave before, or you're charging $2,500 per client, when doing advertising, right, the cost for me to show an ad to you, right, or for you to show an ad to 10 prospects out there in the world, the cost for advertising is the same. To show your ad to people, the cost for advertising is the same, right? If I'm selling a Ferrari and you're selling a Ford, my ad to sell the Ferrari and your ad to sell your Ford, it's going to cost us both the same, right? So if I want to show to 100 people and you want to show to 100 people, but you're only charging $100 and I'm charging $2,500 per client, right? Advertising becomes profitable when you're charging the higher level. So it allows the person who's charging the right price to do more ads. The person who's charging, the figurative $100 per client can't do ads because there's just no profit in it. So you can't actually scale. Not only do you deliver a bad service and your clients will leave and you don't get results, you don't get testimonials, you actually can't advertise. So you can't scale, right? So that's why charging the right prices is good for you, it's good for the client, and it actually means you're going to have a wildly profitable business, which allows you to do ads, and ads allow you to scale and give you consistency. So hopefully that makes sense. If you are on the low end of your pricing today, then you've got to think about why that is. There's only generally two reasons. It's either your skill on closing and your sales script needs help, or the type of leads you're attracting are not the right quality and you're not filtering correctly. There's only two pieces that could mean that you're getting cheap prospects, right? Bad prospects. If you need help with any of that, feel free to reach out to me, chris@tribefit.co, that's .co. You can go to the website or you can send me a message on any of our socials. I'd be happy to help with that. We've got sales script templates. We've got some lead gen stuff as well. Hopefully that makes sense. That's it from me today. Bye for now.